Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Again. 'Cause I did a quick live earlier this morning. I did a quick little live earlier this morning. So good morning. How are you guys doing? Well, I hope. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, guys. We made it. We made it. Hopefully, you took care of all your business for the week. Got all your ducks in a row. Hopefully, you took care of all your business, handled your handle, whatever that consists of. And hopefully, you're able to just kick it and nap this weekend. Just relax. But if you got things that you need to take care of this weekend, take care of them and don't put them off. Don't be a procrastinator. That is one of the worst traits to have, in my opinion. Take care of your business when it needs to be taken care of. And that way, when it's time to chill and relax, it's time to chill and relax. Duh. Duh. This live, we're just going to be chit-chatting, kind of like a morning check-in of the sorts. And then this afternoon, because it is Friday, this afternoon, we're going to be coming back and we're going to be doing our baseball talk. So I got to make sure I hit my bro him up to remind him, slash, see if he has anything going on. Because we don't want to assume. We don't want to assume that one don't have nothing going on. And you know what they say about when you assume. You know what they say about when you assume, not you and me, not an ass out of you and me. That's so old. Yeah, no, so I don't like to assume. Even though it's something we do on the weekly tip, he still may have something going on. But either way, I'll be back this afternoon. Hold on. Because last week, what did we cover? We didn't cover, there wasn't no games. Because what was it? All-Star weekend or something? So I think we went over the results for the All-Star game for baseball, as well as, what was it? The home run derby is what we discussed last Friday. So this Friday, today, this afternoon, we're going to just be talking about the results of the game for this past week. And then also, I have to look and see if there's any games that occurred after we did our baseball talk, not Friday, last Friday, but the previous Friday. We have to go and talk about the results of those games that occurred right before All-Star Weekend because we didn't touch on them. If there's any, they play a lot of games. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But right now, we're just smacking. Feels good out here. Do I want to play any music? I can. I'll play chill music. Y'all know I listen to music in the morning, but now I just want to listen to some chill music. I'll be rocking out. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be rocking out. Just doing my thing. And I really want to do another live like how we did, not last night, but the night before. We're just playing music. We're just chilling, chit chatting. Y'all tell me if y'all got a song y'all want to hear. And we rock out. Hey, G Mama Body. Good morning. How are you doing? Well, I hope. He said, via she in the chat. Hey, girl. How you doing? I hope work went well last night. If you had to work or yesterday. Either way, if you worked yesterday, I hope that went well. If you have to work today, I hope that goes smooth. Hey, P Stone. Hey, pretty sexy voice B, because you know it's almost. Thank you. Hey, hey. Good morning. How are you doing? Well, I hope. I hope you had a good day as well yesterday. You're having a good morning. Yeah, we're just rocking down, just chilling. I think I'm gonna play some jazz music, either jazz music or some lo-fi. Maybe we'll rock out with the lo-fi and the birdies. Can't forget about the birdies. Can't forget about the birdies. But yeah, like I was saying, it's Friday. I hope you guys were able to take care of all your business for the week. Hopefully, you don't have anything lingering into the weekend that you need to attend to, and you're able to just relax and chill on the train on my way to work. Okay, so I hope your shift goes smooth and it goes quick. I hope everybody stays in their own little lane unless they need to swerve into your lane or something that has to do with the job, or unless you want them to swerve in your lane. That's why I'm putting atmosphere for everybody. Do you have to work on weekends, whether that be both days of the weekend or one day of the weekend or some every other type? It's 6 a.m. I'm tired as fuck from last night. What did you do last night? What was you doing? Hmm? I forgot it's super, super early where you're at. Well, you might have should have took that ass to sleep now, shouldn't ya? Shoot. But workout, okay, you got it in. Hey, good morning. Oh, look at the little doggy. Not in a stroller. Go ahead, girl. There you go. It's a win-win. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you have a great day. You too. Not a stroller for the dog. Oh, she said he got these little short, stubby legs. That is cute. Hey, what the hoot? Can't tell nobody the extent in which they supposed to care for and love on their animal, on their dog. That was so cute. I like that. And people really care for their dogs like children, and maybe just their animals in general. And that's regardless if they have kids or not. But it did F me up real quick. Like, hold up. Is that a dog's head sticking out of that stroller? But okay, it ain't hurting nobody. Shoot, dog get his exercise. And when his little short stubby legs start getting all tired and whatnot, you already know. Mom Duke's got the stroller for him or for her. That's so cute. He could put me to sleep talking, and I woke up and worked out. You had your second wind? Not the second wind. Well, that's okay. Nothing wrong with having a late night workout if you wake up with your second wind. There's worse things to do with your second wind than working out. Hold on. Shoot, there's worse things that one could be doing with their time in general other than workout. And a lot of my folks who are men, they do work out. They do make it a point to take care of that body and to be, whether it be in the gym or if they're working out at home, they definitely use their time wisely. Our boy SBK is definitely a gym head, but he uses his time wisely. You know what I mean? He doesn't use his time frivolously, be on some dumb stuff as a grown behind man. Our boy OSD uses his time wisely. Mika goes live. No, I don't think she goes live. Her and P Stone are tight, so they be talking all the time. Our boy OSD uses his time wisely. He needs to go live. It's been about 80 months, but he's doing his thing and using his time wisely. He just put up a short on his other channel, um, with him in the gym playing basketball. My boy John Show will do lives and show himself doing basketball, playing basketball, whether that's just shooting around or he got his son with him, whatever the case may be. Productive stuff, productive ways that a man can be using their time while still producing content for this app. I love to see it. I love to see it. I like what you've been talking about. You know, I'm listening. Cool beans. Cool beans. And I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody that pops in and wants to engage with what I got going on. The same way I'm self-aware and I understand the fact that I have a lot of people who rock with me who are very positive, who be on some uplifting stuff. Like I was saying last night in a live I did that I decided to delete because I can. I have a large portion of people who rock with me who are just on some straight up positive stuff, even though we live in a not so positive world all the time. They're on some positive stuff, they're on some uplifting stuff. They're not really with the bull crap, even if they're able to be with the bull crap. So when I am chin checking folks or responding to stuff, you know, they don't much care for that while still caring for me. So they're not going to engage with that. And they're not going to encourage that. And I respect and appreciate that because, like I said, those are the type of people you're supposed to have in your life, as well as the people who have your back when it comes to unruly, disgusting people and whatever words you may have for them. I appreciate both sets of the folks that I have that are with it and those are that are not so much with it because either way they rock with me and they know I rock with them. I'm gonna tell her you was talking about her next time I see her. He's stone, so you better stand on it. You better stand on it because I'm gonna tell her that you in here talking junk. Yes, they are. They got some. Look, they want to get they want to get their part out. These birds just be going off. G mama, they want to get their part out. They not beat. They said it's their part and they will get it out. I'm not positive, V. I'm just honest. Listen, that's okay. I got a lot of folks that rock with me that are positive. P. P. He said snitch. Hey, I'll be that. I'll be that. I'm telling. So don't worry about it. He said, I know, right? They said, come hell or high water. They're going to get their part out. One just ran down on me. He said, damn. Hold on. Have y'all ever heard that saying, time is of the essence? I'm sure you have. Time is of the essence. Hold on. So it says, general meaning. Outside of legal settings, saying time is of the essence is a dramatic way of telling someone to hurry up. It indicates that you have absolutely no time to waste and that immediate action is required to reach your goal or avoid a major inconvenience. And we should always want to reach our goals while also avoiding major inconveniences, even though inconveniences are always going to arise, it's always going to be a thing. But if you're able to avoid them, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? G Mama said yes. He said plenty of times it's so cliche. It can be cliche all day, bars, but is it valid? You know what I mean? Can something be cliche all day while still being valid? Is that able to be a thing? when I hit you with that cliche all day. But, and we spoke on this before, I feel like everyone should have set goals, whether they be small goals, whether they be big goals, or whether their list of goals have both small and big things on it, excuse me. Everyone should have goals, and you shouldn't reach a level of complicit. You shouldn't be complicit once you feel like you've reached a set goal either. Like you shouldn't just be complicit with that either, and just be content. Excuse me, not complicit. You shouldn't be content once you reach a set goal as well. You should always want to, improve and do better and get better. And that's regardless if it's a child or if it's an adult. You said it can be a thing, yeah. And a lot of that has to do with the ways in which we choose to use our time, whether that's just using your time to steer completely away from whatever goals you have, whatever it is you want to do, or if while you're still working on or towards your goal, you're not consistent, you know what I mean? You're not focused, you put stuff off while in some cases using that time to do other stuff that is not important. And it's all counterproductive to reaching whatever goal you said that you wanted to reach, whatever goal that may be, whether that's in the workplace, whether that's with your at-home life, whether that's with your children, whether that's with your spouse, whether that is if you are a content creator on here and you have set content that you said you want to do, you have a set you have a set amount of subscribers you want to get monetized, whatever it is, all if not most of that is going to be dictated by what you choose to do with your time, in my opinion. So I think that's something for us all to remember and to keep in mind. Everyone, I'm about to clock into work. Cool beans. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for stopping in, G Mama. I really appreciate that. You have a great day. I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. Hey V, you've been talking big shit, but I stay on my dad duties. Good, as you should. As you should, as any father should, as any mother should. They are your children. Duh. And I love that. Deadbeat dads on this internet can't tell me a goddamn thing. They can't tell anybody a daggone thing. And most times they're not even able to tell their own children a thing or their children's mother a thing because they are inactive, you know? Unfortunately. They are inactive. Um, they are not there. If they are around, it's because they want, a little bit of that old thing back from the mother. They don't even much focus on the children, and then they're out of there. So really, they can't tell nobody a daggone thing, let alone the ones who they should be able to tell a daggone thing as a father. But you can't be an active father while and then actively expect to be able to have a say in anything in regards to those children. And that's just a fact, regardless of how one may feel about the children's mother or mothers. Never mind none of that. Those are your kids. A toxic baby mama, the last thing I want a piece of. Okay, and a lot of that comes with decision making as far as who you as a man choose to have a child with. People don't get they don't get their Carfax on both these men and these women before they decide they want to procreate with them, let alone even laying down with them. Because when you lay down with anybody, there's always a risk that somebody's going to get pregnant or somebody may catch something. So it amazes me the amount of women and men who just be out here, laying it here and there, spreading it wide here and there with no Carfax on that person. Hold on. They don't expose themselves after it's too late. And then if you are in a situation to where somebody hits you with the flim flam, shout out to OSD, shout out to pivoting. You better know how to pivot in a healthy and proper way because now that's water under the bridge. The dust unsettled. That's who you have a child with. And it's not about you and it's not about that person. I'm just talking in general. It's about, I still love all my babies though. Exactly, because they are yours. And that is something to maintain focus on when you're dealing with a co-parent and y'all may not get along or there may be some toxicity there. You better have the ability to keep the main thing, which is them children. So I respect all men and women who keep the main thing in regards to their children, even when and if it's easier said to do so than it is to actually do so. But either way, it needs to be done. So otherwise, you're gonna fail them children. And the best way to avoid or prevent a toxic behind co-parent from quote unquote brainwashing your kids or your kid against you, whether that be a mother or a father, depending on who those kids are primarily living with. Um, I'm fixing to get off of here soon. So depending on whoever those children primarily live with, because that would be the parent that they spend a majority of their time with, right? It just is what it is, especially if y'all have a toxic relationship. The onus is on you to make it a point that you are there. You are there, you are active, you are showing up. That is the only real way to kind of counteract, you know, any type of bull crap that that mom or that dad may be trying to place in that child's head, which is bull crap nonetheless. So they can say, oh, your mom, your dad, this, your mom. But when you're right there, when you're actively there, doing what you need to do, they can say whatever they want. But that child sees what it really is. You know what I mean? That child sees what it really is. They don't see you bad mouthing their parent, the other parent. They don't see you disrespecting that other parent in front of them. They don't see none of that. They just see you focusing on them as their mother or as their father, while their other parent is doing the most. And it just is what it is. But that message is most definitely Cool Beans Incorporated. It's definitely approved by Cool Beans Incorporated. You can't be a lackluster, inactive behind father and then think you got the right to have any type of say in anything, as well as men who are lackluster fathers should really just keep their mouth shut and sweep their front porch. You said they always caught in the middle, and that's not cool. No, it's not cool. It's not cool. Should no child or children be caught in the middle of anything? You know how many kids are badly affected by their parents getting divorced, and not because the fact that they got divorced, but because of all that went down leading up to that. And that will mess a kid up for a while, especially if no real conversations are being had, no understanding is being had with that child, maybe no therapy, no counseling. The work is not done. You know how many children blame themselves, especially if they are a little unruly, like how children are at times, and it's the parents' job to get that in order, as well as setting a certain tone to where certain problems will not even arise. People don't think about these type of things. There's a lot of selfish people who have children who are in relationships with the children's parent, other parent, or who are just simply co-parents, and they treat each other like crap while dragging the kid into it, and they don't think twice about it. And then when something major happens in regards to the kid, it always seems that when that is the situation, it always seems that it has to take for something major to happen with that child, whether there's any type of health issue, they may be like just flunking out in school completely. They may have gotten themselves into some major legal troubles talking about the child. And then now, after this done happened or occurred, now the two adults in the situation, the two parents, now they have a aha or a kumbaya moment and say, you know what, we need to come together, we need to be a unit, we need to do this and that, when really that should have been a thing from the rip. That should have been the thing to do from the rip, regardless if you are going to be together or not. And that is the case on so many occasions. There's so many situations like that. Hold on. Kids grow up having resentment. It happened with me. I'm telling you, especially when folks are not just going to keep it a beat. There's some situations that even though the child is a child, you as a parent, as the adult in the situation, you have to have the ability to really sit that child or them children down and just keep it a bean. Keep it a cool bean, a full bean, while still understanding that this is a child that you're talking to. You have to have the ability to affirm them with certain things and remind them that it doesn't have anything to do with them at all. There's so many things that you need to do when you have a situation where you're co-parenting or a situation where a divorce or if you're not married, just a parting of ways occurs. And there needs to be a set level of respect that those parents have for one another. And that's regardless if they fuck with them or not, if they felt like they did this or that or not. Because at the end and the beginning of the day, the main thing is them kids. And I've spoken this before. Shouldn't nobody that has a child or children with anybody, you shouldn't want that other parent to be your op ever. You should want them to be doing well and succeeding and to be happy because that lightens the chances of them. Damn it. That likens the chances of them being able to actively and health and to not only actively but in a healthy way, excuse me, be able to co-parent with you for that child as and have their own individual set relationship with that child. You know, I feel like that is very important. I feel like that is very important. And once more people understand that and get that under wraps, it will be less situations where, like I said, the sins of the father, these kids be experiencing and going through, no, it was a spider, experiencing and going through all type of stuff as kids, whether it be young adults or teenagers that are older, or just younger teenagers, not young adults, young children, excuse me, or teens, they experience and go through so much stuff that had they had an active father who kept them the main thing, as opposed to a whole bunch of other dumb stuff that don't got nothing to do with them, a lot of times, a lot of situations could have been prevented. A lot of damage can be prevented. But I'm getting out of here. We'll be back this afternoon for our baseball talk. I appreciate everyone that came. Thank you. Appreciate all the cloud dwellers, and I appreciate anybody that's going to catch the replay. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.